What's up, Paw Paw?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Just fine.
I got a question for you.
Okay, what is your question today?
Why there's been 3 kids under the age of 18 that have been killed or shot within the last week? What can we do about the intra-community violence, right? We call it black on black crime, but there is no such thing as intra-community violence. What do we do about the violence within our community and the violence that happens outside of our community? Apparently, one of the boys that was shot in the head and killed was a football player and on the road on 220. So I guess my question is two things. What do we do about the violence within our own community? And what do we do about the violence that's imparted upon us by people outside of our community?
Somebody saw the car that passed some people who shot them. We have to work, but we have with our law enforcement. But we are a tool for them. They are a tool for us. We know we are living in these times. There are cameras on the freeway. There's stuff. You have to do good investigative work. We have to insist upon a quality police department. See, if you have a quality police department and they concentrate and specialize on the thing that we need them for, instead of trivial stuff, then we can catch these people. But now what can we do? This person is going to tell somebody what he did. But they're not going to tell it because it's their husband, brother, or cousin. This goes for black people too. You know them people in your house doing something wrong. They're not going to work. They're going out at night. What are they doing out at night, that late at night? They're not working. What are they doing? If they don't have their own house, how can you hide them guns that you have? Those guns are in your house, legal or illegal. You know it. If you don't know it, you are the problem. If your gun is being used by someone else, you are the problem. Now you ask me a straight question, what can we do about it? We can start managing our homes and being good citizens instead of going tribal with everything. Oh, it's my son. He ain't that bad. He just didn't get off on the right foot. Oh, it's my husband. He said stuff like that. No, that's who he is. That's who she is. I don't care what color you are. Them people are talking to you. You know it. You just as guilty as they are. You are guilty. You can put on all the suits and ties. You can go get all the education you want. You can go run all the business you want. You are a guilty thief and a murderer because you're allowing this stuff to happen in your house with your husband or your wife or your sons and your daughters, your cousins and nephews. You know who these thugs are. And you know. Just like you knew they was beating up black people and got them all beaten up and doing stuff to them. You know it. You know that boy ain't earned that jacket that he got on. Jack cost $700. He ain't got no job. Staying in your house. You just glad to get a few crumbs off the table because he giving you something. You just as guilty as he is. Every time you go out there and kill somebody else's son or daughter, or shoot some policeman or something like that, you guilty too. Don't come up here telling me you didn't know. It's your house. You can search it anytime you get ready. When that joker come in there, you know you find out what's in your house. You know what's in your house and you can control what's in your house. If I find an extra gun in my house, My son gonna answer to me if he didn't pay for it. My son or daughter or grandson, you know this. Because I'm going to go upside your head. I don't care nothing about what no law say. You're not running my house. Get your own house. You're not bringing that stuff into my house. You and your friends are not going to come sit up on my couch and talk about how you beat up people and how you chased them and made them bark like dogs and all of that shit. You just as guilty as the person you living with because you enjoying the benefits from it. And you ain't gonna do nothing about it. So who are you guilty to? Don't try to fool no. I tell you why it's happening. Because we allow it. I don't care if you're 10 years old, you try to tell me what to do, you getting out of my house. That's your business if you starve to death or somebody run over you with a train. I'm not responsible for you. If you are obedient and in my house and I'm feeding you and taking care of you, now you're going to follow these rules. But if my rules allow you to do that kind of stuff, you're guilty. All these kids shooting everybody else's kid in our neighborhood, and like these people up there in Detroit shooting and killing each other. You know who they are. Don't tell that lie you don't know. And then the police, you know too. You just waiting for your chance so you're going to get some benefits out of it and claim the crime is high so you can get more money for the police department. Everybody killing black people and brown people. How come everybody's not getting shot at the same rate? Either they training their people not to do that in your household, or they're not allowing it. That's what you got to do. So let's not fool each other with this foolishness that's been going on in this country and in these neighborhoods and communities. When I started off, got out of the Marine Corps and bought a house in Compton, I knew every thug in the neighborhood. And their parents knew it too. They stole my car, and before they could park it, I had to call the police and told them what they was. How you gonna outsmart me, a thug, and a fool? I'm not gonna allow it. I'm gonna learn who you are to start with. I'm gonna learn who your parents is. Those parents with those kids who were stealing and breaking in my house, they knew their kids was thugs. Because the ones who claimed they didn't know, I told them who they was and told them what they was doing. They're afraid of their own kids. You let my kids, my nephews, my grandkids, my grandnephews and stuff, come up to my face with disrespect. I bet you better call the doctor before you do. One of us going to the hospital or might not be on this earth. You're not coming in my place with that foolishness. Not only you not going to come with your foolishness, you ain't coming in my house with stuff I don't believe in. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to go along with it. So let's cut this crap out. We can find good policemen. We know who they are, the good policemen. Only thing you got to be is a good citizen and turn your information over to a good policeman. Then when something happened to that person that's out of line, you know who you done told. If the bad, it get passed on to a bad policeman and he handles the case and do some wrong, you say, well, I gave that to this policeman and this detective. They are responsible in. Because you told them what a crook was. You told them where the gun and the dope was coming from. The police is your tool, and we are the police's tool. And that's what makes a good community. The police know all them rotten policemen is in there. But when it benefit them, they're going to have a lead. How you going to have me pay you and you got a allegiance to the person that I'm paying to? Don't put up with that. We can't put up with that no more. No, don't put up with it. We can't put up with it no more. We're not going to pay you to do wrong or to be complicit or comply with the ones who do wrong. And you police chiefs, you need to be fired every day if you don't correct that stuff. You people in the city council, don't no policeman tell you what to do. We elected you to pick those people. Don't come up here talking about what the police did. You allowed it. You mayors in these cities, you city councilmen, you commissioners, you allowed them police and them police units to have these rotten people. You are to blame. We elected you, get rid of them. You are the master of your house, get them thugs out of your house. He wants to be a thug, let him support himself. If it's thuggishness and all that robbing and killing is making them so much money, get out of my house and get out of my neighborhood. Come on now. The truth is the truth. And when you ask me a question, Paw Paw gonna answer because all of y'all are my grandkids. What else?